The engagement shocked the world, but could the marriage already be facing its first test? When Travis Kelce slipped that ring onto Taylor Swift's finger, it wasn't just a romantic milestone, it instantly became the engagement of the year. Fans celebrated, the internet exploded, and the fairy tale seemed complete. But behind the glitter and excitement, there's another story unfolding. Because this union isn't just about love, it's about billions of dollars, global influence, and the kind of ironclad legal protection only Hollywood power couples understand. And that raises one explosive question. Will Taylor and Travis need a prenup before they walk down the aisle? Not long after the engagement news broke, TMZ turned to someone who knows precisely how these high-stakes romances play out when reality sets in, top divorce attorney Jonathan Levin. And according to him, there's no question about it. A prenup between Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce isn't just likely, it's inevitable. Levin didn't mince words when asked about the couple's situation. In his experience, celebrities of this magnitude don't leave something this important to chance. Or, as he put it bluntly, I don't see a world where those papers go unsigned. That one line alone sent shockwaves through fans who had only been celebrating the fairy tale proposal a week earlier. When you examine the numbers, it becomes crystal clear why a prenup isn't just smart, it's essential. Taylor Swift's empire is worth hundreds of millions, built on record-breaking tours, music royalties, and business ventures that keep her at the top of the global charts. On the other hand, Travis Kelce isn't just cashing NFL paychecks, he's one of the league's most marketable stars, earning millions from endorsements and sponsorships that extend far beyond the field. Combine their fortunes, and you're talking about a financial empire that rivals some of the world's largest corporations. And here's the kicker. Without a prenup, that entire empire could be at risk of being divided if the marriage were to ever fall apart. For stars operating on this level, financial protection isn't cold or unromantic. It's non-negotiable. Here's where things get even more complicated. Privacy. Divorce cases, by default, play out in the public eye with filings, hearings, and details splashed across headlines for the world to consume. But for a couple like Taylor and Travis, whose every move already makes front-page news, that kind of exposure would be a nightmare. Jonathan Levin points out that their solution would almost certainly involve hiring a private judge, a retired judge, or even resorting to binding mediation, all discreet options designed to keep sensitive details confidential. After all, we're not just talking about love letters or wedding plans here. We're talking about financial statements, endorsements, property holdings, the kind of paperwork both sides would do anything to shield from public courtrooms. And if kids ever come into the picture, the idea of a custody battle unfolding in front of cameras is the last thing either of them would risk. And then comes the most delicate factor of all, children. If Taylor and Travis decide to start a family, the stakes go far beyond money. Custody and parenting agreements would need to be carefully outlined rather than left to the chaos of a courtroom showdown. For two people with non-stop careers and constant media attention, protecting their kids from becoming part of a public spectacle would be absolutely critical. A prenup, along with additional legal agreements, could lock in those protections long before a problem ever arises. And while the swifties can't even stomach the idea of their idol going through messy battles, that's precisely why these safeguards exist. They aren't about doubting love. They're about making sure that if life takes an unexpected turn, the people who could be hurt the most stay shielded from the spotlight. So what would a prenup between two megastars like Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce actually look like? Attorney Jonathan Levin gives a pretty clear picture. In high-end celebrity marriages, the golden rule is separation. Each person keeps what they came in with. That means Taylor's music empire, royalties, and touring revenue stay hers. Travis's NFL earnings, brand deals, and investments remain his. Properties, businesses, and even future sponsorships are outlined in detail line by line. It might sound clinical, but that's the point. Everything is clarified in advance, so there's no room for confusion, no endless back and forth, and most importantly, no messy courtroom drama later. In Hollywood, this isn't about planning for failure. It's about making sure success doesn't get derailed by a legal nightmare. And of course, the fans have a lot to say. Swifties online are already locked in a heated debate asking the big question, is love really enough without a prenup? On one side, many argue it's practical. Two global superstars with fortunes this massive would be foolish not to protect themselves. However, others view it differently, worrying that signing legal documents before walking down the aisle signals doubt rather than trust. The internet is abuzz with speculation. Is this engagement purely a love story, or is it slowly evolving into a business merger? Rumors swirl, theories spread, and suddenly, what started as a fairy tale proposal now has fans questioning what's really going on behind the scenes. The world may be celebrating Taylor and Travis's engagement like it's the ultimate fairy tale, but the whispers about prenups aren't fading anytime soon. In fact, they're growing louder, because in Hollywood, protecting love often means protecting assets first. It's not about doubting the relationship that much. It's about making sure that when two global empires collide, the foundation is solid enough to withstand anything. Fans may argue, rumors may fly, but at the end of the day, one truth remains. Love is beautiful, but love with billions on the line is complicated. So here's the question for you. If you were in their shoes, would you sign a prenup?